like a really good stretch?
Yeah, my body will feel like super stiff, or my joints feel super stiff. I need to stretch it out.
Like, I kind of wish I had one of those tables where like you strap, huh?
The inversion table.
Is that what that is?
When you go upside down.
No. If you let me finish,
Okay.
I would have told you. Is when you strap down your wrists and your ankles, and like you can like it stretches out your spine.
Oh, the torture device.
Yeah, but you know, like use it as like a.
Do they actually use it for medical use?
I probably not, but I feel like that's what I need to better.
Well, it's been almost 10 years, and I've been saying I need to crack my back against a fucking desk.
Huh?
You didn't do that in high school?
No.
Like push your back against the chair and it cracks it.
No.
I've been saying it for almost 10 years. That's what I need to do.
So you need to go. That's the wrong lid, bud. So you need to go back to high school.
So I can crack my back.
Just so you can crack your back.
Shit. Or at least, or find a place that has those desks.
Hey, you want to take that away from the mic?
I was gonna delete all this.
No, when I started talking about cracking the back, I was starting.
I apologize.
Yeah, so if you can like get it together.
Yeah, I'll just smoke later though.
Oh, would you like to smoke?
That's what I was doing. But I don't have to.
Continue.
That's okay.
Continue. It's not that hard, is it? Never mind. Anywho's,
You're tired.
I'm sick of you. Hate it.
I see you.
I hate you.
I know.
You're slowly but surely what?
You gotta despise me.
Who's to say I already don't? We don't know. You don't know. Alright? Keep that in the back burner. It's alright. You'll be alright. Why are you staring like that? Like the weirdo eyes. Like, haha, this is a joke, but maybe it's not. Haha. What?
My
Existential crisis?
there you go.
There we go. You got it. Existential crisis. Yep. Existential crisis. I have like one of those a week. Yep. It's how we 90s babies live life these days. It's literally consistent anxiety, depression, and existential crises. Crises. At least that's how I see it anyway.
There's gonna be like our generations with that stuck between the old and the new. So we're just fucked up.
We were able to experience a lot of the old, but
not brought up on what the new is. We had to learn it as we went.
Correctamungo. 90s babies are fucked. I feel like we were born just automatically fucked. Yeah. Bentley, I see you chewing there, bud.
And then people will be like, it's the parents' fault. Like, who's the parents? The parents is the generation before us. Who's the generation before them? It's their fault.
Grandparents. No, my mother was a baby boomer. It's the parents of the baby boomers.
But the baby boom was what, the 20s, 30s, 40s?
Excuse me?
The baby boom was like
60s? 50s? 60s?
60s was the baby boom? Oh yeah, after World War II.
Yep.
So my grandmother's just a bit, yeah, but she was born in 50.
My aunt and my mother are baby boomers.
My grandmother
I want to say my aunt was like 56 maybe, and then my mom was 61. So, something like that.
That we're told that it's all in our heads, and like, yeah, it's all in our heads. That's why we're fucked up.
Because it is in our heads. It's a mental health problem. We need mental health cures. Like, but then people always say that like we use that as an excuse, like as to, but like we are fucked up. We are official adults in the worst economy.
Constant anxiety, like if I just say fuck it, just like alright, I have anxiety all the time, just fuck it, it's okay.
I feel like you have anxiety and depression.
I'm just saying in general, like when people talk about like anxiety, where it's like, oh no, like
everyone has anxiety.
Yeah.
Just like all the children these days, they all have autism.
At some point.
Everything is autism.
Yeah.
Like, not everything is autism.
No. But at the same time, I guess we're better at detecting things, or we actually have words for things, so we could classify under a blanket statement of things. So that could be... before you were just being to suck it up and deal with it, but now we're like, alright, this is happening because of this, so like, you're not crazy, like...
But you're not normal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're not crazy, but you're not normal.
To me, it's probably better to have a diagnosis being told to suck it up.
I mean, I guess, but what is that diagnosis going to do?
True.
They pile on meds that aren't even efficient, and it just costs you $1 bajillion, and then expect that to help you get better. When, like, medication isn't the problem, it's the mental health needs that are the problem. So, talking to therapists. Some people have a chemical imbalance, but how would you know unless you started with an easier solution, like go talk to a therapist. If that doesn't work, then you go towards the medication route. But not everything needs to immediately be solved by medication.
And I feel like people want answers, so like they'll take whatever answers are given. Whether if it's a form of saying you have this or here, just take this. And people just, I don't know, like people, they want to be fixed, but they want to know that they're fixed. Like they want to have a switch where like, all right, I'm feeling better. Like I'm good now. Like once you do the meds are in effect.
Mm.
So that's what people look for. But like, if anything, might fuck them up more one way or the other. But like, I don't know what's going on with that. I was thinking more like me, like if I were to get not physical therapy,
psychological therapy.
Yeah, if I get therapy in general, I'd rather not take any medications because like to me, I'm not trying to things that I feel. It's okay. Does it bum me out? Yes, but like I don't necessarily want it to stop. Like I don't want to have like a block. I don't want to block what I'm feeling because I feel like how I'm feeling is okay. I just want to know how to deal with it better.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I don't want to have a medication be that reason. Or go through so many medications and then I just end up completely fucked up now because I took in so many different medications because nothing would work. Or I don't think it works because I'm expecting something else out of it.
I feel like a lot of people's problems are in their own heads.
Fair enough. And I feel like when it's extreme, like they try to take medication, but whether if they found the right medication or not, they're still thinking too much of it. So they think the medication doesn't work, even though it does help them work, but it's not helping them in their thinking process. It's not helping them in their thinking process.
Maybe we have so many issues because our brain is trying to like use like more. Hello, Belly. Because our brain is trying to use more, so like it's opening up new possibilities or doors or windows or whatever, and like it's slowly fucking us up.
Maybe. I think it's a combination of a bunch of shit that like we were just fucked from the beginning.
Nature and nurture.
Yeah. Or just like making the food, the waters, like everything about our lifestyle now is just to make us more fucked up. Like
Crabs.
Nothing's really good for us anymore. Unless you live off the land. If you're not living off the land, you're not living healthy. More or less.
Fair.
If you're not growing your own food or hunting your own food, then like it's gonna be shit. It's not gonna be good for you. Whether they tell you it's good or not, it's not gonna be good for you. Because there's just so much added shit into shit.
I know.
That's why I think cancer is always on the rise. More kids are being born with issues. It's the food, water, juice, everything.
Yep. I concur.
Yeah. But like, not necessarily, there isn't any more clean air. Is there breathable air? Yes, but it's a lot shittier than it has been. So it's less healthy for us.
I don't know. I feel like with all those industrial factories running, the air was a little bit worse. But we do have more cars on the road, so maybe it just equals out.
To me, I think
either way,
on the decline from how it used to be.
We're killing our ozone layer, and we're all gonna slowly suffocate. So it's fine. Or it'll be like the book "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep." It was the movie Blade Runner was based on it, and they literally just had to build up because the smog was just coating the whole environment and made it really hard to breathe down low, so only the androids would live down low and people would all have to live up high, to the point where like they started building homes on the moon, so like the people who could afford it or like retire or whatever it is would all get sent to the moon. But they've been doing the same thing at the moon, so it doesn't really make sense.
Is that an old book?
It's older. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of things have to be referencing that, because I feel like a lot of things where there's a future, it's always kind of like that. Like
it's an older book. It's actually a really good book.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend it. It's like, I mean, androids, robots and stuff.
Cyberpunk's like that. Like there's the shittier people. Around,
and then the higher up you go, the better the atmosphere, basically.
Like the healthier.
Yeah. Same thing in the Altered Carbon.
It must all be referencing to that book.
Maybe. That would actually make a lot of sense.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of movies like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Weird. Huh. Well, hello, everyone.
Hello.
We kind of just went off on our little tangents over here.
It's a little bit sorry.
Welcome to That's What's Going On. I'm Jaden.
Trey.
I'm still Jaden. And we are not even having a conversation on anything that we're actually going to be talking about today, which is kind of funny. I mean, I guess androids kind of could get into it a little bit. Sci-fi, yeah. Today we're talking about aliens. Wah, 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 wah. Do, 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 do. It's Alien.
Wait. Can
you do the Star Trek sign thing?
I can do it, but I can move the finger back and forth. Oh, you can do it too.
I can do a lot of things with my fingers. Can you do it this way?
I just gotta think about it.
You have to think about what you're looking at that hard?
I gotta see it, then I can do it slow.
We know. Anyway, aliens. Are they real? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, to me, there have to be.
Do they?
Well, if you believe the math and science of stuff that we know, there has to be some other life form out there somewhere.
That's true.
We just can't travel or see it yet, or it hasn't been known to the public yet. But yeah, to me, there has to be.
Nuh-uh, because there have been some reports from NASA or some shit, or the government releasing that they have aliens are real.
Actually confirming it though. There's no actual.
They did. They confirmed that they captured a spacecraft and aliens are real. At least that's what I heard.
I have to look into that. But to me, I know there's they've been dropping a lot of information on shit. But I didn't think they actually did.
I wonder if they're dropping information because they think that we're gonna get closer to actual contact with the world, other than not just government officials.
At some point, they would have to.
Well, I know at some point. I'm talking about right now. If it's getting closer,
time, I don't know.
Because why else would they be releasing it to the public?
Because they would have to, for them to release information like that, they have to do it very, very slowly to the public. Because if they just go out boom, aliens proof and everything, people will kill themselves just because of the existence of aliens, because of religions and stuff. So automatically people will just kill themselves.
Well,
So that's what they're probably. I would assume they would have to try to handle.
do you think that when people get probed by aliens, or the claim that they've been probed by aliens, like have like better or worse mental health because now they know? Maybe not even being probed, but like people being abducted.
I don't know, because I've always had a weird, like, I never understood probing. So I feel like aliens, if they're gonna abduct you and do work on you, you want to know. Like, that's how I would think there'd be like technology advanced. So like we want to, like, why would that thing go through your ass? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they should have better equipment than just having to go into your ass. I feel like if they're abducting you, you're not gonna know. You might wake up sometimes and see some shit, but like you just take it as a weird dream. But like to me, going up your ass, I don't know. What do you think?
You didn't even answer my question.
What was your question?
Do you think they have worse or better mental health? Not just probing though, like people who've been abducted. Like, do you think that like?
I would assume it would be worse if they weren't, or if their mental state wasn't already fragile to begin with. Obviously, it would be worse. But like, if they already had some issues before, like it might just be all in their head. But it could make it worse in itself because they're going along with the illusion.
I feel like they sound crazy to other people.
I mean, they could be right. Like,
but because like they've seen it, then like their mental health that is actually like, dude, like I know that there's something else out there. Like I feel good now. Like I'm not freaking out about other things because like, what does it matter? Nothing else matters. There's aliens out there.
To me, the only time I'll care about aliens is either they just take me with them into space, because I don't want to come back here if I know there's aliens. Like, I want to know what that's all about. That or, yeah. Like, if they're going to take me, just take me. I don't think I answered the question again.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on aliens?
As in what?
Do you think they exist?
Yeah. Wouldn't be talking about them. Yeah.
You think they've interacted with us?
Yeah. I feel like there's an entire area in the desert where like they do just hide. Like the whatever lights. There are these lights that pop up in like one of the deserts, either in Nevada or Ohio. I mean, not Ohio, Utah or whatever. And people like they see so many of them, they honestly think that like there's like a whole base because like people don't live out there and stuff. Like maybe there's like a whole like Earth base like there, and maybe in like Russia too, because they always see a lot of shit in Russia.
Or the ocean.
Because it's so remote.
Going in and out of the ocean.
I mean, maybe I rarely see things coming in and out of the ocean, but yeah.
Or some people say like volcanoes too.
I could see that. I'm sure have spacecrafts that have adapted to heat.
Yeah, but like to me, like aliens are either here to study or they're here to take over. So I would assume they'd have. Do you think aliens created humans?
I don't think they created humans.
With their existence,
I think more so like with that, like.
Could they be our creators?
No, I think that it's more like, okay, like in Mass Effect, like they had the Protheans, and the Protheans knew all the different races as well as humans, like in their early stages. Yeah. So and then they would like, provide them with small bits of like information or like technology, or show them where to find this, or like how to do certain things or what have you, in order to see how they progress. So like, what if aliens do that and like they just like they give us like tiny little nudges, little tiny tweaks, just to see like if we can adapt from it and like evolve further.
So if anything, you think that we were already here, and then aliens came and it was like became interested in us?
Well, the cats don't like each other today. What?
So you're saying that that we were already on this planet, and then the aliens came and became interested with us.
Yeah, and just to see like how we progress. Like, are we going to be? And maybe they're even seeing like, well, maybe like, are they going to be a threat? But like at the same time, like let's just kind of see, like we're like toys in a toy box, or like ants in an anthill.
Kind of an experiment.
Just like, yeah. That's what that has always been like my thought. It was just like, what if like we're just like a giant experiment?
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool, though.
It would be kind of cool.
Like when I was younger and still in school, I would always just drove around and be like, aliens just saw a planet of water and just pooped in it, and then everything came from there.
Why would you say something like that?
I thought it was funny.
It's not very funny. It's kind of weird.
Wowzers.
You're a strange child. I doubt anybody else on this earth thinks about that like that. But if there are people out there, please let Trey know so he has somebody to back him up, because that just sounds cray.
But yeah, like they're like the overseers of us, though, for sure. I can go along with that.
Or like, what if we are just like marbles? Like each universe is a marble.
Well, technically, yeah. Like we're so small compared to like everything else. Really.
The vast emptiness of space. Dude, like where did space come from? Like it's just so crazy to think like that there's so much space and we're like in one tiny little speck.
We're a star in someone else's galaxy.
Like, yeah. Oh my god. Like that blows my mind. Like we're so individual down here. But like we mean nothing out there. Like we're sitting in a little apartment, in a little town, in a little state, in a little world compared to other worlds or under other planets out there. And like there's still so much more. It's like, what?
It can be like, yeah, we live in a simulation, because like that just sounds nuts in itself.
It does sound nuts.
It might be real somewhere else.
What if we're in an alien simulation and like they're literally running tests on, like they've already abducted us all and they're now running tests on us to see like we are all connected as one but also as an individual, and like if we can progress and like,
or it's like the Matrix where the robots just take over and they need us for energy.
I like aliens better.
Okay, that's why if you think of the grand scope of everything, just like it has to be fake. This is not real. We feel what's going on right now, but
like how do they know what chicken tastes like?
Because we just told them.
But like, how come beef tastes different than chicken?
It's different.
Like, do you think like all the like, so if that was the case, right? And we're all individuals as a collective simulation. So do you think that the like things that we come up with are actual people's like inventions of things? Or are they implanted in our brains?
I like to think of the happier side, that like at some point I did exist, but like this is not my first time going through this, if that makes sense. Like hopefully like this is a simulation, yes, but it's not something just to keep me active, but something that I actually lived at some point or another. Like, hopefully I was a real person at some point, but like...
What does that have to do with ideas? My question was, do you think that we come up with the ideas of things?
Like, I think that we are having these thoughts, but like, we could have had them already.
Which is why we thought about them?
Which is why we continue to have like those random things pop in our head. Like for inventors and stuff, like they just think of an idea and like, let me just do this and it works out. Like how would you put that together? Like there's a random thought that just like, whoa, I can do that, and like make it changes things. That's crazy. So like at some point maybe they did just think it up, but like after that it's just they did it in a former life. So like kind of like destined, but like.
Well, if we're in your little universe, then like what is each lifetime like an hour in the real world? Like, are you in a simulation for an hour, but like it's your entire lifetime, and then the next hour is a whole nother lifetime, and now you're living a different life, or like?
No, I think it's just you just live out. I don't. That's the part where I don't want to have complete thought about, because like that's like what comes after death. I don't know. Like, do we just recycle and then boom, we're back to the beginning of the life that we just lived? You know what I mean?
That would suck if somebody continuously had a life where they're getting beaten on, or like continuously had a life where like they can't walk or talk and never experience anything else.
Adds, like,
that'd be fucked.
I don't know. That's why Matrix sounds about right. The only thing that always gets me is like when you have a kid, like, is a kid just born and then put into a tube? Like, I don't think so. But like, are you just supposed to be put in the tube and you just live your entire, like, whenever they were captured and put in the tube?
Well, I mean, you're naked, so like maybe like when you fornicate in the Matrix, the tube takes whatever it is, puts it together, and creates another one.
What's supposed to happen? Yeah. So
I mean, they do have test tube babies.
But at the same time, you're always stuck in a shitty thing, and you can pass that out, and you're just making waves of so many people that have to deal with the same thing. But like, you could have. That's where the free choice comes in, where it's like, maybe you could change it at some point. Maybe people do change, so like, maybe in some lifetime it might not be this one or like the next one, but like, at some point maybe you do change, and hopefully you can kind of break the cycle and make it easier for everyone else coming down.
Interesting thought.
That's why, like, you kind of have free thought, but you kind of, maybe you don't. I don't know. But, like, I like to do what I think is best and what makes me happy. So I just don't try not to think about that craziness too much.
Well, have you ever seen a UFO?
No, unfortunately. I've seen a lot of, like, videos and, like, stuff that other people
have posted.
Yeah, but not me myself. No. Have you?
Yes.
You have.
I have.
Where?
I was driving back I was driving on the highway coming back here, like from Hartford, and there was a light like on my left, like to the left of me, and it was literally just like traveling like with me, and then it would like drop down, and then it would go up a little bit, and then it would like keep going, and then it went down and disappeared behind the tree. Yeah, it was like super cool. I'm pretty sure that I took a video, but I could not tell you if that video like ever transferred over, because I don't remember how long ago it was. I'm serious. I will look for it, and if I find it, I will post it, because I'm so serious. I actually took a video. It could have been on Snapchat. I don't remember.
I actually wonder what are like the number of like reported sightings in Connecticut.
That's a pretty good question.
I don't want to say low, but at the same time, it might be kind of high since we're like by the ocean.
I mean, we are by the ocean, but I feel like out in like the Midwest is more likely to see stuff rather than, I don't see like us over here really having that many sightings. I mean, like, just look at all the videos that like people post. How many of them are from this area? Exactly.
I would say nothing for aliens. We're going to dedicate.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I feel like there aren't that many sightings over here because we don't have that, I don't know, like area. I feel like it's too crowded over here. So where could they really go?
They want to be in the forest, I guess, somewhere. But
like, where could they really go? There's like there's New York, there's New Jersey. Like, unless you go like up like way out in Maine or like in the middle of freaking Vermont, like that's honestly the only place I can think of them having any type of weird stuff like that. Like, I can't fathom anything else, to be honest. But yeah, that's how I feel.
No, I feel like I'm lucky I haven't seen what I believe was a UFO, because then I'll just be stuck on that. Like, yo.
Would you go into like some type of like trance or something?
Huh?
Tranced and just trying to find any tiny bit of information.
My life. I'm gonna be one of those UFO guys for the rest of my life.
You're gonna be a UFO guy for the rest of your life. Are you gonna wear tinfoil hats so they don't find you? I could see you in a tinfoil hat.
I just need the proof, and then like I'm fully committed. Same thing with ghosts.
Well, who's to say that tinfoil hats even actually work? So
since they don't, I don't know.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Who says they don't? But who says they do? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know, man. I think that, like, some part of me is like, why would aliens care? Like, we did just, like, talk about it. Like, you know, they could just be, like, seeing how we progress or what have you. But really, though, like, why do they care?
That's why I would think that they made us.
I don't know.
They are creators one way or another.
I don't know about the whole making thing,
and then
but...
we are just a continuation of that test.
So then where would it have started?
I don't know. It could have started where, like, I don't know. Because where does the Earth even start? You know what I mean?
Well, if you go from a religious standpoint, God made heaven and earth.
But what about Earth? It's He made heaven and Earth.
Yeah. And then created Adam. And from Adam, he created Eve. And then apparently, I don't know, because the Bible's, I guess according to the Bible, correct me if I'm wrong, people. I don't know. But when I was talking to my friend today, he said that the sons of Adam married children of Noah, which means that Adam and Eve may have been the first people, but other people were then created, and then they had kids, and then the kids married each other, which is how, or, you know, like, had children with each other, which is how I don't know. That's what he said. I've never actually read the Bible.
To me, I'm like,
because Adam and Eve's children were Cain and Abel. Yeah. They were both boys. Yeah. So how in the world would they have procreated? So it kind of makes sense as to, like, Noah would have been maybe like the next person, and he had daughters.
Noah was the third person made. Like, you know, where does that?
I don't know.
Is he the son? Like, that means other people were alive too, because Noah was the only one.
Maybe he started with Adam and then created Eve and then saw that they were working out, or like after like the whole Garden of Sin stuff, like maybe they're just like, okay, let me just pop out some other people.
Maybe he made them in heaven.
No, he made them on earth, but they were able to reside in the Garden of Eden until Eve allegedly ate the forbidden fruit. Or no. Yeah, Eve ate the forbidden fruit, but God told Adam that he could not have the forbidden fruit, not her. So they said that she convinced him to eat the fruit, and he ate the fruit, which is why there's sin in the world, which is why they're cast out of the garden, and now life is as we know it.
What is the apple of knowledge? Like, what is it? Like, it was something that should never be broken? Is that what it was? Or is like...
Maybe it was like the loss of innocence. So when they ate from the tree of knowledge,
the disobedience.
I guess the disobedience, it created the sin, and now like though they were more knowledgeable about, I don't know. I don't actually know. Sorry.
So the whole story is don't disobey God.
Pretty much, but if you do, it's not like you can take it back. Like, we were just cursed, like, forever after that, apparently. Like, but even though we weren't the ones who disobeyed, quote unquote, so.
To me, I just think we were a planet that just something happened to it. That just changed.
I mean, there are other, theories that, like, it took millions and billions of years, but we eventually, like, just adapted from microscopic protozoa type of deal to You know, like, I mean...
But what made the planet itself? I don't know. It could have been an asteroid that got so big that just happened to grow its own atmosphere and then shit just happened to pop.
Literally.
So, like, what made that to begin with? I don't know. Space has shit in it. That's all I can tell you. That came from somewhere. I can't tell you from where, but it's just shit. Probably from other planets exploding. It just adds the... But, like, where did it all begin? I have no clue.
I don't know, man.
Because it's all fake and we never will find out. It's just a rerun.
Maybe. It's kind of crazy to think about. I wonder if, like, the aliens would listen to our podcast. Like, we're like, oh, they seem interesting. Let's give them a listen. And then they hear us talking about them. And then if they have a podcast and they're talking about us, we would never know because we don't get alien radio. Damn. I feel like we'd be missing out on a lot of information. Yeah. Wowzer. I'm hungry. What do you think aliens eat? Do they have, like, space food? Or do you, like, do they actually have, like, real food out there?
Depending what's on their planet. Will we consider it food? Probably not. But, like, to them, it's just their food.
When you envision an alien, what is your first, like... What do you think they look like? Like, do you think, like, they're little green men or little gray men with big eyes and stuff?
Well, just aliens alone makes me think of, like, the little green men with the big black eyes. But I think they're just not creatures, but, like, they're just something that's just made differently. I don't think they're just a generic, just like a little. I don't think they'll look like us or have, like, 2 legs, arms, and fingers. You know what I mean? I think they would be, like, a different creature. Not a monster, but, like, a different thing that's alive and thinking. Like, I don't know, like a starfish creature thing.
Right.
Could be some of them.
Or starfish.
I think there could be different types of, like,
right.
I don't think... Whenever you see alien, I don't think it's going to be what you expect an alien to look like. It's going to be something crazy.
I feel like movies kind of get it right. They just think of random creatures and throw them in. I feel like that could actually be some creatures.
Yeah. Well, there could be some humanoid-ish ones, I think, but I think it's going to vary.
I feel like a lot of them have 3 fingers. And then look at us like, why do you need 5 fingers?
Like Men in Black. But, like...
All different kinds.
No, yeah.
Well then, I guess.
What do you
I think of... My initial thought is, like, gray aliens with big black eyes and 3 fingers. Long, skinny arms and legs and bodies. I do often think of, like, different types of aliens, like a slug monster. Or, like, something with tentacle arms. And...
If anything, it might look like animals that we associate with. If anything. But, like, even that's pushing it too, because there's going to be so many different variants, if there are, and stuff like that.
Like, maybe, like, whole people made out of rock. Or, like, molten lava. Or, like, coral people. Or, like, diamond people. Like, those technically qualify as aliens, too. Like, all blue people, all purple people. Like, some with polka dots. Maybe, like, animalistic people. Like, humanoid tigers. Or, like, you know, like, those could all count as aliens.
But will we ever know? I don't know. In our lifetime? Maybe. Because there's been a bigger push for it. But at the same time, like, the only way I feel like they'll tell us now is, like, if we go to war immediately. But if it's something where, like, we're working with them or whatever, it would take a slow time before we'll actually know.
Would you want to meet an alien?
Is it already widely known that there's aliens, or is it just, like, right, if I met an alien right now?
I don't care.
Met an alien right now? I don't know. Because, like, beam me up. Like, don't leave me here. Don't tell me there's other shit other than this. And then just leave me. Like, take me with you.
He wants alien friends. Aww. What a sad life when you need aliens for friends.
Wow. No, if there's more than this, like, why not find out? If I have a chance, why not find out what's more than this?
Oh, I would take it in a heartbeat. Just be like, let me bring my dog. And let's go. Backpack of clothes, my phone. May not even work, but you know what? I can take pictures. Yeah. If I ever do go back, I have definitive proof. Yeah. They probably lock me up in an insane asylum and take all my shit, but you know what? I know it's really out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I'm willing to take that gamble for sure.
I'd totally be down.
Yeah.
Totally be down.
If it's against my will, I don't know about that. But,
if they come and say, hey, would you like to come with us? I will be like, can I take my dog? Yeah. And will he be okay if I take him? Then yes, I will go. Right, Belly? You don't care. But yeah, I would totally go.
Cool shit. From then out. All the cool shit. Unless they're gonna kill me later on. But, if it's...
They might.
They might, but if it's just all come hang out with us, you learn shit. Come on, come see what's out there. Hell yeah.
Cray, bro. We live in a crazy world. It's crazy times. Crazy times. Wow. Why was that so difficult? Are you having trouble with your chair over there? Do you just like to fidget?
Yeah.
Were fidget spinners good for you?
I never had one before.
We should get you one.
Never tried it.
I think you would have a blast. I'm going to get you a fidget pen because then you can still use it at work. Mm-hmm. Trey is very fidgety. Anyway, aliens. Haha. Huh?
My day.
Yeah, day. Well then. Well, how about you guys out there? Does anybody believe in aliens? Has anybody seen an alien? Have you been abducted? I would like to know. Would you like to know, Trey? Trey would also like to know. Please send it to That's What's Going On podcast at gmail.com. Like my little jingle?
I love it.
I think I could totally be a voice actor. Should I say it in other languages? Or in other accents?
Yeah. Go
ahead. If you would like to send in your stories, please send it to That's What's Going On podcast at gmail.com. That would be much appreciated. That was pretty good, right?
Pretty good.
I know.
You got anything else?
Let's see. You can find us on Spotify and on Google Podcast and on Apple Podcast, on Anchor. What else? Radio Public. Pocket Cast. You can find us anywhere. Please, listen. Tell your friends. Pretty nice, right? I can do it. Send me out to scouts, guys. I can do a bunch of different accents. Haha. Anyway. Well, that was Aliens.
Yeah.
Episode number what? 14, 13, 15, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you send in your listener stories. We want to hear all the different stories you guys have. So if you don't mind, send them in. Message us. Number 15. Wow, sir.
Alright, let's do it. Can I give you an accent to do?
We can try.
Do a Chinese accent.
No, that's so mean. Because they always make them sound so stupid. Yeah, but...
Alright, sorry. Do an African accent.
Is it because I'm black, Trey? That you want me to do an African accent?
No, you're doing accents. I'm giving you something.
I don't know. I feel like those ones are so... I don't really do that often. I don't really practice with. So if I do it now, it's just going to sound stupid. Yeah, look at you trying to make me sound stupid. I'm trying to better my... No.
Why?
Refuse.
Why?
Refuse.
Why is that?
Because it sounds too blatant.
Wow.
Yeah. And how often will they say, oh, do a Spanish accent?
A lot.
No, they would just have a Spanish speaker do it. Which I always didn't understand, like, why they would have British people playing American English people. Like, just get an American. Maybe not. I don't know. Like, there was this movie on Netflix. Don't remember the name. Don't know what it's about. But they had 3 people who are from who are British, like who are from the UK, playing Southern Americans. I'm like, seriously? You couldn't find anyone with a Southern accent?
I mean, Marvel have a lot too.
Marvel does have a lot of Brits. Mm-hmm. Which is actually my favorite accent. I can listen to them speak all day. Yeah.
With a
proper British. Yeah. I mean, I do know somebody who talks, just the normal. Yeah. Like they're from different area.
But not the Cockney, though.
Huh?
Not the Cockney, though.
No. He's alright. He'll be fine.
But yeah. Whatever you're talking about.
We were saying so long, farewell to you, my friends. Alright, guys. Well, I guess, that's what's going on.
Oh, yeah.